Welcome to Smart Center, ColorLogic's dedicated portal for our customers, partners, and resellers. Smart Center stands for Software, Marketing, Artworks, Resources, and Training Center, and it will provide you access to every part of the ColorLogic system with our sales support materials, installers, and also access to goodies as well. So let's just take a quick look through. On the Smart Center homepage, you have the ability to edit your profile, for example, your username and passwords. And this is a great new feature because it's important that our customers have the ability to change their details for their own security. For example, with staff turnover. If somebody leaves your company, you don't want them to be able to gain access to this dedicated portal. So by having the edit button, you can stay in control of your own account. The left-hand side of the website is our main navigation system for the main website. On the right-hand side is your Smart Center navigation. So just remember, on the right is for where you're logged in, on the left is for everything else. Let's just go through a few of the different categories. So output guidelines, very important. These are all the RIP documentation for how to output ColorLogic for different devices. For example, how to output for silver ink or how to output for white ink using the same actual PDF file. We also have a little toggle button here so you can show best practices, and this is a PDF file that will tell you tips and tricks on how to get the best out of your device. You can print these off as well and download them should you wish. The test forms is a very critical part of the ColorLogic system. This will actually be used as a press proof, so we can see if you're printing correctly off your press. So there is an action that is required. We do need you to print these out on your machine and send them to us to be certified. You only need to send us 20 samples, and from that we can then determine if you're printing correctly. For example, if you're printing your silver ink density too high, then it will cause negative effects on your print. And by controlling your silver correctly, you'll get a better printout. We can also tell if there's any issues with the inverting of the ColorLogic separation or anything related to things like transparency and overprinting issues. On the PDF, on the artwork files, you'll find QR codes. So once these have been printed out, your customers can also scan them and see the different types of effects. So people can use these as a sales sample as well, not just to be certified, but print them out, put your logos on them where indicated, and it's a great sales sample to leave your customers. It can also be used as an educational tool. So for example, if a designer wants to know what dimensional effect is, there's a QR code that will tell you what it is, and it will show you how it was created. So a very good educational tool built in also for certification. Swatch books. This is your color system. So you need to put your logos on the swatch books. We put the ColorLogic logo on this visual here, but there are places where you can put your own logos and branding. We provide different formats, for example, the typical 12 by 18 inch sheet for the cut sheet devices, right up to imposed in positions for B1 output. We're also super large format books for example, printing on UV inkjet. These are quite an impressive large format book, but you can print any of these as you wish. The installers category. This is where you're going to install the ColorLogic. So there are different areas for different types of computers. So Mac versus PC, CS6 versus CC or higher. And it is broken down into different categories. For example, you will have a color palette installer. That will install just the color palettes for Adobe. You have an image effect plugin. This is the plugin that will separate your images into metallic. So it's important you need to install that as well. And also there's an installer for FX Viewer. We have both 32-bit and 64-bit for the macOS Catalina. And if you have purchased pattern effects, you will then be provided access codes to each of these volumes depending upon which one you purchase. So each one is a separate purchased item on top of your license. You don't get access to everything unless you pay for each of those products, just in case you're wondering. Next, let's go on to the training section. So in the training section, this is very important for us. We need to know that our customers can learn using the system correctly. We found that people don't read user manuals, so we created everything from the user manual into a small little video. What we recommend first of all is working your way through the quick start videos, and I will show you quickly how to use the tools. Very quick little videos, maybe 10 minutes per video. Then if you want to know how to do individual types of techniques, for example, maybe you're working in Illustrator and you want to know how to do dimensional effect. Well, guess what? there's a video that shows you how to do that. If you want to know how to do gradations, there's a video for that as well. In fact, every single part of the ColorLogic system is shown in a video. So there should be no reason why you can't learn how to use the ColorLogic tools quickly and efficiently based on the programs that you're familiar with. We also have PowerPoints, we have recorded webinars. Quite often we've been asked, can we have a webinar? Now, if you imagine having thousands of customers all over the world and every single one wants an individual personalized training webinar, it was counterproductive to reproduce ourselves thousands of times. So we recorded a webinar so that you can download it and watch it at your leisure. You'll also find some general videos for tips and tricks, and also a masterclass tutorial that will show you how to do things like inside packaging in Illustrator, how to add effects using our graphic style palettes or the swatch palettes, and adding patterns in there as well. So we really do try and give you all the support you need, and if you can't find something in there that you want to know how, then you can contact us and ask us, of course. Next, we're going to go into the sales and marketing category. This is where you'll find our literatures and brochures that will promote ColorLogic. So you can print off our 48-page brochure, or if you don't want to print the whole brochure, just take sections out and use it for your own marketing purposes. There's a condensed version, a 4-pager, and for our printers, if you're a printer license, you will have access to the printer discount sheet. This will give you discounts off the products that we provide. So for example, if you have an external design agency that you want to have them to have the ColorLogic Design Suite and the FX Viewer, you can buy that from us at a reduced price and sell it at full retail to your customer. So you're going to make a little bit of money selling that product to your customer. Or you can buy it and give it away. We really don't mind. You also find sections in here for the PowerPoint and case studies. So inside the case studies, these are independent case studies that have been done by an external agency. This is not written by us. We didn't contact the people. This is all done by one of our outside partners. Basically, it tells the story of what ColorLogic is and how it's helped our customers, from designers to printers. It's a great little stopping point to see what ColorLogic is and how it all works. The artwork library, this is where you can download ready-made marketing files that you can either personalize or print out, or even learn how we created the files. Open them up and see, what did we do? How did we create it? And learn, get some inspiration, some ideas. And just because it says it's safe, for example, packaging, doesn't mean that you can't use your own type of imagination. I mean, you could take this butterfly off this package and put it on a greeting card. So you can do what you want with these files, but they are ready made, all in metallic, just for you to print out and then get to market with sales samples. That's the most important thing. People want to see the samples. Don't go turning up at an agency empty-handed saying, I print 4-color. Turn up with a range of metallic samples saying, look at my new metallic system. Look what we can do for you. Give your agencies inspiration. Agencies want to know what's new in the market, what's sexy, what's impressive in print. This will grab their attention. It will help you get through the door, open new opportunities, and drive more opportunities through your company. Next, we have the user manuals. This is what we've spent a lot of time in the past creating, but nobody seems to read them. But if you are one of those that likes to read, you can click in here, and if you want to read it in a local language, you can do. We're going to look at the English version. And once that opens up, you'll see we have a navigation system down the side, and it will take you to different areas of using ColorLogic. You can also print them out and download it if you wish. Next, substrates. Quite important. What are you going to print onto? Is there a recommended material that we can think will give you an added advantage? Are there specific materials available for different devices? For example, maybe you're working on a Ricoh device and you need a metallic material. Well, you can go here and we'll show you the list of materials that have been submitted to us that we know have been working. Of course, do always check with your local reseller for your machine manufacturer for the latest tips and tricks on getting those materials through the press, because you might have to change some of the settings on your controllers to make sure the material will feed through correctly. But that would need to be done with the partner, the machine manufacturer, not ColorLogic. We can't help you with your settings for your machine. We can provide you with support for ColorLogic on the design side, but not on the press. Speaking of support, we have built an artificial technician called Cat. Now, Cat will basically ask you for your name, so you can say who you are. Put in your email address, and that's important because we need to know who you are in case we need to respond back to you. Okay, so what's going to ask you is, do you need help with the product, or do you need to provide feedback or something else? So let's say you need help with the product. You can then identify it down into a few categories. So there are the obvious things. I have a problem installing, or I've got a problem with the palette or the image effects plugin or any of the primary products that we sell. For example, ColorLogic Best Offset Silver ink. What is the recommended ink density for Best Offset Silver? Well, it will tell you. So there's lots of information in here that will help you find solutions to any questions that you have. And if you can't find an answer, the answers in here, click on Other in each of the categories. So there'll be one in every single one. So if it's not a product that's listed, click Other, and you can type as a note, and when you click on Continue, let's put in Help, and then you can attach a file as well. So if you have I don't know, some images you're having problems with, or something's not working right, or you're getting an error message, attach that file to the message and send it to us, and then we can support you. If it doesn't come in through the support system, then we can't really help you. So please do use the support system if you need it. We also recommend going to the Knowledgebase. We will be adding periodically to this area. This is things like the minimum system requirements, setting up the LAB values on your DFE, whether you have to do things in a certain way, types of inks you might have to use. You can also search that database. And with everything on our website, we have the Google Translate API built in. So what you can do is you can translate all of this into your local language if you so wish. So as you can see here, we've translated it into French. It might not be 100% accurate, but it's very, very good at what it does, and it will certainly help you be able to find answers to your questions. We have a section for logos. So dependent upon whether you're a printer, a designer, or a technology partner, you will have different logos that will appear in here. Okay, so this is the printer login. All printers get access to the licensed printer logo. So you can download this by clicking on here, and it will download it to your drive. And then you can use that. There are metallic versions and CMYK. So if you're doing something online and you want to promote that you're a licensed printer, you can do so. You want to print some marketing literature and promote that you're certified and that we've qualified you, then you'll need to have access to that, which means that you have to have sent us your test forms, as we mentioned here on the test form stage. So to request access to that, it will pop up a new window, and then you can fill out the form, send it to us, and we'll give you the code if you've not already received it. But if you have become certified, you'll be sent the code anyway. And finally, the one thing we're working on now is the shop. So this is currently locked out. Nobody can get access to that at the moment. You'll see in the background a little sneaky peek of what's going on. We might be producing marketing files that can be purchased, new products. It could be additional products. Maybe you want an extra copy of the FX Viewer. This will where you'll be able to download and access all of that information and purchase new things. When we come out with new color palettes, new plugins, it will all go into this shop, only for our certified customers that are inside the Smart Center. So you click on the back arrow to escape out of that. So that's it. Smart Center, your one-stop shop for everything for ColorLogic. If, of course, you don't find answers inside here, or you're struggling to find something, you can contact us at support. We still do have our main navigation system with the FAQs and everything else in there, so you can contact us if you need to. But please do try the support portal first, because if we're in a different time zone to you, all our support comes out of the UK from a centralized hub. So if you're in the Far East or you're in America, there could be 5 or 6 hours difference either side, maybe 8 hours difference. So if you've asked us a question, you could almost be waiting up to 24 hours to get a response. So please do check out the support system first. If you want to go back and edit your settings, of course, like we said before, go into the Smart Center homepage. Okay, we think this is the best update we've ever done for ColorLogic to support our customers and partners. If you have any ideas, suggestions, tips that we can do to improve this area, or if you find a bug, please do let us know. We're always keen to update and provide the best service possible for everybody that uses ColorLogic. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy this new system.